this program and to help New Stripe City raise funds for this channel. Who dey? New Stripe City community, I am glad to announce that I am a proud partner with Fanatics, an NFL officially licensed merchandising company. What does this mean? This means that you can get any kind of apparel, legit hats, draft hats, jerseys. This AJ Green jersey is $59.99 right now. Check it out. All you have to do to support the channel and to support me is to look at the links in the description that I post. Click on them. Once you go and open a new page, it'll bring up that specific item. All you have to do is purchase the item. Like this AJ Green $59.99 Color Rush jersey. It's a lick and it's real. It's real. It's legit. So all you have to do is go through that, check out, make your purchase, and you will be helping out New Stripe City. New Stripe City is also partnered with Amazon as well. So check out the links in the bio with the Joe Exotic shirt. Get you some cool stuff, especially with the draft coming up. You got to be fresh, right? You got to be fresh for this draft. So check out the Tiger King inspired Joe Burrow, Joe Exotic shirt. Link is in the bio. All you have to do is click my link, make your purchase, and you help grow this channel of New Stripe City. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. Welcome to New Stripe City, a YouTube channel for diehard Bengals fans. I'm your host, Ace Boogie, and today we are going to talk about free agent signing DJ Reader, the defensive tackle that the Bengals signed during free agency. So real quick, we will go through and give you a breakdown of his history, where he played, and his transition from that day one lineage to the Bengals. As usual, please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments in the comment box, and also check the description for links that you can use to buy Bengals gear to help support the channel. Reader was born in Greensboro, North Carolina. He's currently 25 years old, and in Greensboro, he was homeschooled until the 6th grade by his father, the late Vernon Reader Sr., who passed away in 2014. DJ's mother, though, was really a driving force and was really tough on him and motivated him to accomplish certain goals. Originally, he was a 3-star offensive guard as well as defensive tackle out of Grimsley High School in Greensboro. He also excelled in baseball as well and fielded numerous D1 offers in both football and baseball. So Reader ended up actually committing to Clemson, but he also received a total of 10 offers. Some of those offers were Auburn, Duke, NC State, and UNC. After he committed to Clemson in 2013, he was a 2-sport athlete playing both baseball and football. He was a pitcher on the 2013 Clemson baseball team, where he only appeared in 7 games, but he was 0 for 3 and had 3 putouts. After that season, DJ decided to concentrate completely on football full time. I'd say that he made the right decision. He switched to the defensive side of the ball somewhat solely in college and finished his illustrious collegiate career with 145 tackles, 9 tackles for loss, 5 sacks, and 24 quarterback pressures in only 1,087 snaps. Although he did participate in 46 games where he started in 10 of those, and he became the second Clemson Tiger to letter on top 25 in football and baseball teams in one academic year. Unfortunately, in 2014, tragedy struck, and DJ actually ended up losing his father to kidney failure. This untimely passing caused DJ to launch the David Reader Sr. Foundation to educate others on kidney disease and honor his father's memory. He also wanted to make it to the NFL to really keep that promise that he made to his father, and it also led him into another thing, which was becoming a motivational speaker and also wanting to give back and host football camps back in Greensboro. So that kind of spearheaded a lot of his philanthropy and a lot of his work in the community. Obviously, this put DJ in a really tough place, and before the 2015 season began, he decided to leave the team for personal reasons. He ended up returning in October, playing in 9 games on the year, and was able to finish with 13 tackles and 1.5 for a loss. He ended up also playing in the 2016 National Championship. However, they lost to Alabama 45-40, where he was actually a teammate with then sophomore and also current free agent signing Mackenzie Alexander. And since he was a senior, Reader decided to keep that promise and declare for the 2016 NFL Draft. According to NFL.com, Reader graded out as a backup to eventual starter. He ended up running a 5.3 40-yard dash, he benched 30 reps, and he had a 29.5 vertical jump. Strengths were that he carried his weight extremely well and was almost always the low man at the point of attack and was able to leverage blockers and replace them. And it was said that if he was left single block, he would push the pocket as a pass rusher. And at the time, I had Reader with a 4.87 prime grade right before the draft, which was actually higher than Andrew Billings. 2016, DJ was drafted in the 5th round by the Houston Texans, and in his first season, he had 7 starts with 22 tackles and 1 sack. And in 2017, Reader ended up replacing the recently retired Vince Wilfork as the Texans' starting nose tackle. Though DJ is known for being a nose tackle, he was extremely versatile and lined up all over the defensive line for the Texans. He had 183 snaps at left D tackle. He had 282 at right D tackle, 142 at nose tackle itself. He actually moved to defensive end after J.J. Watt went down with a pectoral injury. He also was a key member in the 2018 Texans all-time run defense. And during the 2018 season opener against the New England Patriots, Reader had his first multi-sack game of his career with 2 on the GOAT, Tom Brady. Last season, Reader graded by PFF as an elite run defender, even though his tackling grade slightly went down. He also was good in coverage, believe it or not, and received a great pressure grade. Although he only had 3 sacks, he still had a career-high 11 quarterback hits, and some people say that it was 13. And this came in a season that he played mostly without J.J. Watt, and Clowney was not there since he was traded at the beginning of the season. He accounted for 35 defensive stops and had 41 tackles. And when you look at DJ Reader's career over time just through PFF, you can see that he's been an extremely consistent player, and he's continually improved season after season. And I still think that there's another level that he can evolve to in terms of being that elite nose tackle. So obviously I did a film review just like I kind of did with Von Bell, and things that stuck out from that film review was that he was a ferocious run stopper, right? He had no problem against the run at all. And he also showed, shockingly, the ability to drop back in coverage, was actually in coverage against some key wide receivers at some points. He also was moved around a lot, especially between those 2 tackle spots and then on the defensive end spot. Although they do play a 3-4, that means that he could do more than just simply be a nose tackle in the defensive scheme that the Bengals have. If they want to go with multiple looks and multiple fronts, he can provide that flexibility. If they want to go with a 3-4, he can do it. He also showed the ability to rush the passer. He always has had flashes of that, and I think that he's going to be a great guy to put besides Geno Atkins as well, because good luck guarding either one of those guys. He also can chase runners down in pursuit. That was another thing that popped out, and I think that he will be alternated between left and right like the Bengals did with Geno and Billings, except that this guy is an upgrade from Billings. Billings is my guy, but this guy is on another level, and he can also help free up Dunlap and Hubbard. I think that part of it is also going to be key as well, and I think that he was just more polished than Billings and will be more disruptive in the run game. The Bengals really needed someone to come in here and be able to help Geno out in the run game, and this is the guy that is the man for the job. But I also think that he has another level that he can tap into as a pass rusher, because if you single him or Geno, it's going to be a long day. On March 17, 2020, DJ Reader agreed in principle to sign a 4-year, $53 million contract with the Bengals, making him the highest paid nose tackle in the NFL. This, in my opinion, was the Bengals' biggest free agency signing in recent history, possibly all of their history. The Texans did want to keep DJ Reader. He had other suitors that included the Bills, Broncos, and Titans, and the Bengals kind of got into a match with the Broncos over him, and it said that initially the Texans offered him $6 million per year in terms of average salary before the 2019 season, but Reader really turned it down and bet on himself and ended up having a career season. So the Texans decided to give Whitney Merciless, for some reason, an identical contract of what Reader received in Cincy, and most people thought that he was a lesser and older player, and they were kind of confused when I kind of went and did some research from the Texans fan base, and their fans had nothing to say but that he was a great player who is great at stopping the run, but they simply felt like they needed more help in the pass rush area, which wasn't his forte, and that is possibly why they did not pursue him after the Bengals made that offer. So for me, when it's all said and done, I'm giving the grade of this signing an A, because he simply is a ferocious run stopper. He was a guy that really flashed on film. You're getting him at 25 years old. You're pairing him next to Geno. He just really simply, to me, can take this defensive line to the next level. He's going to make everyone around him better. I think he's going to take another step himself in the pass rushing department, being that he's next to all of these great pass rushers. He's shown it before. He's had multiple sack games against Phillip Rivers where he sacked Phillip Rivers 1.5 times. He sacked Tom Brady twice. This is a guy that's coming in that's going to be asked to do multiple things, and I think that he will be able to do it, and I think that he will be able to spell Geno, and he's also a guy that you can use in a rotation. I don't think that this means that Josh Tupou is completely out of the picture or Mount Wren is completely out of the picture. Those guys can play with him. He is a very versatile defensive tackle. So for me, he's not simply a nose tackle. To me, he's a defensive tackle that can do a multitude of things. And that's just my opinion based on what I looked at. I think that he has a whole nother level that he can tap into. And I think that this was a great signing for the Bengals. So that wraps up the free agency profile on DJ Reader. Please let me know what you guys liked in the comments. I really enjoyed doing this. I really enjoyed looking into more than just a surface level on him, really figuring out that the Bengals just really got a great person, someone who's very driven, someone who's family oriented and community oriented, and I could see why he is going to be a great signing, I think, for years to come in Cincinnati. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and as usual, I'll leave you guys with a who day all day, every day, and especially on Sunday.